There is one thing that you are doing, probably consistently, more than you realize, that is blocking you from getting your specific person. And in today's video, we're going to discover what that is. For those of you that are new, welcome. I'm Natalie, and this is As the Pennies Drop. And this channel is all about creating a life you love, deserve, and desire. I do offer a variety of one-on-one coaching solutions. So if you would like to find out more about me or my coaching solutions, then you can just click on the link below. So back to the video. What is that one thing that you're doing consistently or more often than you realize that is blocking you and stopping you from getting your specific person to come to you? It's the story that you're consistently telling yourself. It could be one limiting belief. It could be a variety of beliefs. But it is the story that you are holding on to within that contains the limiting beliefs that are blocking you from him or her coming to you. So, pen and paper time. What is it that you're consistently saying to yourself? More often than not, even though you know you want that specific person back, what is it that you're saying to yourself? Are you saying that they're too scared to come back to you? Are you saying that they're thinking that it would never work? Are you saying that you are not good enough for them to come back to? Are you saying that you are not worthy of being pursued by them? Are you saying that they don't want you back? Are you saying that, well, they found somebody else, so that person's obviously better than me? What is it? Be 100% honest. What is that story? What is that limiting belief or beliefs that you are consistently telling yourself about your specific person that is in opposition of what it is that you're actually wanting? So pause this video if you want to, have a think about it. Pen and paper, just write it down, just write everything down. But there will be one fundamental belief that overrides everything. Maybe it's that he just won't want me, or she just won't want me. Whatever it is, just write it down. Think about the story that goes over and over in your head when you're just maybe daydreaming, or when you're bored, or when you're thinking about them. You know, what story is it that you're telling yourself? So once you're able to discover that, this is the technique that we will then use to revise that to allow them to come. We literally flip that story. We turn that story into an empowering story based on what it is that we are wanting. We let go of those limiting beliefs. We let go of that entire story and create a new one. And you can do this with affirmations, you can do this with scripting, you can do this with visualizing, however you want to do it. But we want to revise the story that we are currently holding on to, those limiting beliefs. So, like I said, you can do this with scripting, visualizing, or affirmations or intentions. So when I was intending for my specific person to come back to me a couple of years ago, and I would hear things that he was saying to me prior to me actually starting the work of doing the intentions. This was prior to kind of what I knew. I was literally holding on to that story of he won't want me. He doesn't think we're compatible. He doesn't fancy me anymore. I was holding on to these negative stories. We're never going to work, or it's never going to work out, even though I wanted it to work out. So I was holding on to all of those stories. So I had to be 100% honest. And this is where I actually had a coaching session, one coaching session. And then within a couple of months from that, or 6 to 8 weeks, something like that, then I got him to pursue me to arrange our first date. So I let go of that story and I just focused on the story of what it was I was wanting. And in this particular instance, I went into kind of intentions. So instead of thinking, oh, he's never going to miss me, or he doesn't love me, which was a part of my story. It was like, no, I intend that he misses me every single day. I intend that he loves me. I intend that he wants me back. You know, I did it very softly because for me, that was easier for me to kind of grasp and to kind of believe that it actually could happen. And obviously then the outcome was that it did happen. So I looked at what it was that I was telling myself. What was the story that I was holding on to? What was the fundamental limiting beliefs that I was holding on to that were blocking me from being able to bring him back into my life? So once you know what that is, we just want to revise that. We want to say the opposite. We want to focus on what it is we are wanting and tell that story. Of course, they miss me. Of course, they want to be with me. Of course, I am worthy of being pursued. Of course, they love me. Of course, they're coming towards me. You know, of course, they want to ask me out. Of course, they want to message me. You know, it's that story. We want to be starting to tell ourselves that story, that positive story, because that's what you want. So the way we stop blocking ourselves and bringing our specific person into our lives is by changing the story, releasing those limiting beliefs, those fundamental beliefs that we're consistently telling ourselves, either about ourselves not being worthy of it or about them just not wanting us back. Whatever that story is, we then revise that. That then becomes your new go-to story. And that's what you will be doing, basically telling yourself every day, throughout the day, whenever you can. And, you know, especially when the negative story pops up, because it will. So we want to change that story. Focus on being the person that is worthy of having this person back, that person does want to come back to, and focus on that story. And that is how you release the blocks of them being able to come to you. There you go. That's it from me today. I really hope you enjoyed that video and it gave you a lot of insight. If you did, please feel free to click the like button. Always comment as well. If you, I do try to answer as many questions as I possibly can in the comment field. And also subscribe. I'm close to nearly 10,000, so it'd be really cool to get there soon. So yeah, if you like this channel, then please subscribe and I will be back very soon.